I wanted to take you along in the garden today. It's a beautiful day. I do live in Northern California. It's probably in the 60s. So these are my raised beds. I have 5 of them. They're 3 feet by 12 feet long, and I just put them in. So this is the first season with them. And it's mid-January, so I'll show you what's growing. These are onions from sets where they were tiny little bulbs when I planted them. I probably planted them end of November, the beginning of December. And then I have cover crop. This was the last bed I put in. So I just put cover crop in because it was a little too late to put anything else in. And you come around. The next bed has garlic, favas, and onion. As you can see here, these are the garlic, which I probably put in the beginning of November. And then here's the onions, and here's the favas. And then probably over a week ago, I put peas here. So I wanted to take a look, and you can see right there, the little pea is coming up. And it'll be a sugar snap pea. And the favas. Here's a fava flower. They also just smell amazing. This bed has calendula, and then these were mixed greens. So this is mustard here, bok choy, a red mustard. You can see this mustard has gone to seed, or gone to flower. This is bok choy. On the other side are beets and carrots. And then in the center here, I just planted some radishes. And I did have radishes on the other side, or with the carrots, when I planted this probably the beginning of November. This bed has more brassicas. This is lemongrass. These are a new hybrid that are kind of between a kale and a Brussels sprout. And they'll get real tall, but they're short and a little stubby right now. This is a cabbage. This is a broccoli. Some more broccoli, cabbage, broccoli. Now here's something. Broccoli, like we see in the grocery store, grows from the center here. And then when you pull or cut that off, most broccolis will do these side shoots. You can see them all here. And these are super yummy. And then in the center here, I have arugula, and then on the other side I have kale, which is the purple one, spinach. I even have some fennel over there, chard, mustard, kale. And as you can see, you can just mix them all together. And then the last bed is cilantro. It's doing so well, it needs to be harvested. And then these are little onions, and I just kind of threw them in there. They really should be separate, but in the springtime they'll really take off. And I will just harvest them as green onions to thin them. And then I have parsley, rosemary, sage, arugula, thyme that isn't looking very good, catnip, which I had to put a cover on because all the neighborhood cats were getting into it. I have a little bay tree. I'm going to put you up, and so you can see I'll do a little bit of maintenance. Here I'm just doing some maintenance. So at this time of the year, I'm picking up leaves, checking if there's any weeds, pulling those if there is any, and then just checking overall how the plants are doing. But I also want to take the time and just talk to you about, you know, how much time does it take? I think the biggest thing about gardening is consistency. You got to get out there, you know, once a week and devote some time to it. It's not something you can just do occasionally. And then don't overwhelm yourself. You know, don't put in a huge garden if you don't have the time to get out there. And then, you know, I get out there probably every other day, or if not every day, and just do a little bit, you know, mostly harvesting or just enjoying it. Now I'm going to go around and do some harvesting. At this time of the year, there's broccoli. The cool thing about broccoli is when you pick the head of the broccoli from the center, it grows little florets on the side, and they're so yummy. And then I have spinach that I'm picking. And then there is these greens, which the bok choy, there's the beet greens, there's the mustard. I also have arugula. I had the cilantro, which I really just pick when I need it. There is parsley. I picked the calendula flowers. I use in my salves, and I'll dry those. And then as you can see, it's kind of busy. This is in my front yard. So, you know, like in the suburbs, there's always cars going by, people walking by. But it's really nice to show people what they can do with their front lawn instead of just having grass. About 5 years ago, we took out the grass and had small beds. And then I wanted more, so I put in these big beds that are 3 by 12. And I'm so excited to see what spring is going to have. Now, I am new to this, and I'm trying out new ways to edit and video. I don't really want to spend too much money. So this is my video of my garden. Remember to subscribe and give a thumbs up. I hope to have a video once a week of my garden. Thank you.